Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. I'm Kat, your guide through the seen and the unseen. Today we're tapping into the energies to see what what messages Spirit has to bring to us right now. So take a deep breath, settle in, and let's hear what the universe is trying to tell you. Also, if you're a soul seeking deeper alignment, make sure to join our community by subscribing. Alright, let's see. I wanted to get a oracle message from the Kali Oracle today. Happy Sunday. It is, I think, probably like 1:04 or 1:05 p.m. On that clock it says 8:07 right now because the electricity went out when it rained the other day, and I never set the clocks back to normal, so my ADHD brain. Anyway, hope you're doing well. Let's see what messages Kali has for us. Let's do that again. Lalita Tripura Sandari. And it's number 18 and number 10, Kundalini Shakti. So this is about the balance of masculine and feminine, I believe. Let's see. Let's get the message first. I'm using this Sedna deck. It's actually the Tarot of the Divine, but let's see what's happening. What do we need to see today for the collective? Messages for the collective. The Hanged Man. So this is about either feeling like you're stuck in limbo in some way, maybe coming out of limbo. It could be enlightening, a higher perspective of something. The Five of Cups, Two of Swords, Page of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. This could have to do with work or work you've done on yourself, or maybe people not working, like not doing the work, feeling stuck. The Five of Cups is about a loss, about sadness. Two of Swords is about a blockage or stalemate energy or indecision in some way. It could be also needing to introspect about the decisions that they're making. Also, Page of Wands is about a unique perspective, possibly. Could be authenticity, making an authentic decision, possibly is making someone sad. But there needs to be some sort of higher perspective in some way. Maybe choosing yourself, maybe spreading good news in some way. News about a decision that wasn't made, causing sadness, loss, a need for a higher perspective. And it could have to do with work that this person, place, thing, somebody isn't willing to do. It could be that you're willing to do the work, and that's what's causing this sadness, because you are blocking out and choosing your authentic self over, what isn't allowing a higher perspective or like a deeper understanding to come in some situation. All of those scenarios could be whatever this is about. How are we showing up in this? Nine of Pentacles. So independent, very like you've done the work and now you're reaping some sort of harvest. It's a very independent energy. It's about being abundant. It's about being in harmony in some way. Lovers, Ace of Swords, Five of Swords, Six of Pentacles. So there's a cutoff energy, maybe exposure, some sort of truth and clarity about a choice that's made you abundant in some way. You have this clarity, this truth, this harmony. There's also, a balance or reciprocity between you and the universe. What's surfacing? The Magician. So this is about knowing your power, about having what you need, like being aligned with all of the elements, seeing clearly your power within. Also, it's about the Fool's journey. This is like the Fool realizing how powerful they are in some way. We have the Hierophant, Four of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. So this is about finding peace and following like the heart to get, to a solid ground in some way over a long period of time. You've been working towards this, realizing your power, aligning, the elements, like all of the things in life. It's like not just one mindset. It's like embodying all of the kings in the tarot, like, and that's what's making maybe this Hierophant or bringing in this Hierophant energy to you, to where you're having a higher perspective about wisdom and peace and following your intuition. So it's giving you like the solid ground in some way. What do we need to expand on? So Six of Swords. So this is about moving towards like the shore, moving towards like the goal in some way, like realizing what you needed to leave behind and kind of moving towards in the direction of like that stability or like a way of life that's I want to say more clear, more aligned. The Ace of Cups, it's about self-love, right? And walking away from what doesn't serve. The Eight of Cups, Two of Wands, making that decision, making a plan of action to, maybe it's a strategic plan, maybe to go towards like what you've been working towards, what you needed to work on, like realizing that and then moving towards that direction. We also have the Six of Pentacles here. It's about reciprocity. It's about generosity. It's about maybe being of service in some way. Like it's a charity card. It's about giving and receiving, but it's in harmony, balance. So 6-6 could be important here, but it's also about that self-love. Like I said, that your cup is running over because you've done some sort of work on yourself to create some sort of balance in your life. And that's the Two of Wands is like being at a crossroads, seeing the pathway forward and choosing that over whatever you had to leave behind. What actions do we need to take? So I feel like you're coming out of this stagnation period, coming out of this with a perspective, a higher perspective of what the objective is in like your life, and like moving towards that with like some sort of power and your mindsets that's giving you this independent magical energy, you know. What is the actions to take? Seven of Pentacles. So it's harvest season. This is about harvesting or planting those seeds so that you can harvest in the future. Like, this is about knowing what's fruitful and like choosing that over what doesn't provide what you want. So like, say like if we want to be stable in some way, we're gonna plant seeds with stability in mind, so that in the future we have that stability to harvest, right? So we have the Knight of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and the King of Cups. So this is about the balance, masculine and feminine. This could be a relationship that's providing some sort of harvest, or like this could be efforts towards a relationship. This is also like, you know, having like an inner knowing, an awareness of those emotions that maybe we're kind of like mastering or becoming aware of, because the King of Cups is not somebody who's like outward with their emotions. It's kind of internal. It's coming up from inside, but it's not something that's displayed. So you're kind of mastering that stoicism, but also, you know, seeing clearly with this Queen of Cups. She's very psychic, very intuitive. So you're listening to your emotions about some legacy or path forward that you're harvesting here. You may be kind of being quiet about what your plans are, but you're making some sort of effort towards, like I said, planting those seeds to harvest, and then taking action. This is like swift action to put those ideas into action, like put those ideas out there or into this, I want to say a garden, right? Because usually the Seven of Pentacles is like a garden of pentacles that are being planted. Like in this case, it's like flame energy. So it's like, what are you cooking? It's like cooking up something. But it gives that duality with the two Indian, I think they're Indian, but like the energy of like having a balanced approach to it. Also, the Seven of Pentacles comes after the Six of Pentacles. We also have the Ten of Pentacles here, And it's in regards to like some sort of legacy, some sort of family, some sort of like generational, maybe it's ideas about generational wealth or something like that, to that effect. But it's something that you're working towards. What are our resources? The Ace of Wands. So yeah, this is definitely in regards to creativity and putting those into action. So this is like the beginning of some sort of creative venture. So we have the Hierophant again, the Moon, and the Page of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. So there's something of value that you offer, and it has to do with your intuition, spirituality, and like mentorship, wisdom, or some sort of idea. Okay, so let's see. Do I want to read now? Okay. So let's see, what's 18? With luminous grace, she plays her ways into our hearts, softening hardness and despair, awakening the remembrance of light, of love, of joy. No matter what you have experienced, your heart shall be cleansed and released from ugliness, sorrow, and pain. Negative karmic legacies will be cleared away. Our divine sister goddess invites you to recognize her golden restorative beauty shining within your heart. Cultivate that which is worthy of such beauty, for this is your essential nature. Gracefully release all else with dignity. So this Hanged Man energy is probably a surrendering of what doesn't serve. So it's like your joy, your peace, your love, light, all of that is available to you as long as you're willing to let go of the negativity and clear away like things that aren't like in alignment with your path forward. Because it's when we like try to hold on to like what isn't serving, that's when we're unhappy, right? Because it stops working. Like the good doesn't have room to ruminate and like add to our lives, because the negativity is kind of negative negatively like affecting everything. The ending of a truly difficult time is near, as a spiritual shift from the dark night of the soul into something of a golden era in your life. It is a promise of release into beauty and grace. Do your work to orient yourself to shift your inner being to be ready for her. What would it be like to dispense with worry and dwell within a continual infusion of golden grace? This is the way of Lalita. Be open to experiences of rest, pleasure, and beauty, which can elevate your frequency and help you discover new solutions to old issues. Lalita helps the mind break free from poverty consciousness and belief in lack. Inner healing and transformation manifests through her playful energies. We become able to find delight and joy once more. So Tripura translates to as 3 cities and refers to the triple goddess as a virgin Bala, as a fertile woman Sandari, and as a crone. How do you pronounce that? Bhairavi, Bhairavi, I think is how you say it. In a reading, this oracle indicates a change so radical and profound that it is irreversible. A previous chapter of your life is truly closing and will not be reopened. This will be reason for celebration, for the intervention of Lalita in our lives brings only delight, joy, happiness, and fulfillment. Whatever you need to release right now shall create the space for what is divinely destined for you to manifest through her grace. You have every reason to feel hopeful. If you have been struggling with poverty consciousness or have lost a sense of joy and gratitude for your life path, Lalita is a portent of healing, heart healing, and restoration of grace, light, and dignity in your heart. You shall awaken to your true inner beauty. You shall enjoy a change of pace and a release from intensity. Open your heart and orient your mind toward a golden era. It sounded like I said error, but era. Instead of seeing humanity as victimized, weak, ego-driven, and wounded, we can affirm humanity as a collective of spiritually brave souls willing to incarnate and grow during a challenging time of spiritual obscuration on earth. So, yeah. We're also seeing Hekatean in this reading. The Two of Wands came out. The triple goddess. So we're being guided, definitely. Okay, so 10 Kundalini Shakti. Hers is the arising consciousness that evokes instability within, clearing the inner pathways for higher consciousness to manifest. Inner disturbance and instability wrought by Kundalini Shakti is an obscuring grace. Internal disorder is a necessary step towards divine reorganization. Reassure your heart that no matter what may appear to be at a spiritual level, all is well. Outworn energy is being processed and broken apart from the ashes of your inner fire. You shall emerge anew. Let what needs to happen happen. So this is telling me that there's some sort of purification that needs to take place. So there may be some upheaval that you may experience or may have recently experienced, that is clearing the way for all of this good, joyous, like true alignment can take place. So it's out with the old, in with the new. The oracle indicates there is something within you that has been dormant, perhaps for a long time, even lifetimes. It's now awakening. This message could relate to an aspect of your being, even a past life talent that will be further developed in this lifetime. It could be a stalled project coming back to life again, or a reinvigorated sense of purpose following an unexpected inspiration. Moving forward, an ascension to a new level of experience and being are predicted. Sometimes there is quite a long period of deep incubation on the spiritual path when not much seems to be happening. Kundalini Shakti is an inner movement of energy which will eventually demonstrate an outer effect that is often considerable. It can seem logical to the intellect, illogical to the intellect, but if you want the externals of your life to change, go within and work on your inner self healing through trusting and protecting the process of inner work, shielding it from prying eyes and ill-informed, fear-based negative opinions. A new authentic self is generated. We don't have to know how to accomplish that. The movement of Kundalini Shakti is an awakening energy with its own creative intelligence, its divine intelligence. She knows how to guide us towards spiritual fruition, just as the body knows how to heal a broken bone, even if we cannot understand how to accomplish such an astonishing feat at a conscious level. The time naturally comes when the newly forged self is strong enough, sufficiently spiritually integrated and ready to be seen, heard, and received. We are ready to come out of the spiritual closet. We have no interest in trying to mold ourselves to fit the demands of others. We are divinely self-generated from within. There is no benefit or effectiveness in trying to rush this process. It takes time and effort to distill our nature with sufficient resilience so we are not shaken in the face of conflict. By attempted sabotage or the fearful projections of others, only then can our presence bring clarity and grace. Such spiritual infusion, integration, and reformation takes as long as it takes. It is not a small accomplishment. We must be generous with our process, providing patience and trust. The oracle brings confirmation that you are working deeply and much can come of this. Your labors are not in vain. This oracle indicates creativity and healing on every level. It also indicates a time when matters of relationship are significant for your soul growth. Tuning into the masculine and feminine energies in your soul will help you balance leading and receiving, directing and allowing, pursuit and presence, both in your outer worldly life and inner spiritual life. Trust your heart and don't be hesitant to lean into unfamiliar territory with boldness, tempered by patience. You will become capable of many things on many levels that you were not capable of accomplishing previously. A new way is signified. Okay. Okay, clarify the Hanged Man. Death. So this is definitely some sort of transformation that's obviously being orchestrated by the divine. Two of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Queen of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. So this is over a long period of time, or maybe this is something that's coming in after a long period of time of maybe that feeling of lack and instability, finding, your true authentic self in like the trials and tribulations, that you've experienced, right? There's been some sort of lessons that you've learned, maybe some dark nights of the soul with this death card here. But this was for a reason, so you're seeing through to the other side of it, and Spirit is guiding you, excuse me, in some sort of transformation. And it's asking, so Spirit is asking us to shift our perspectives, to not see the negativity in it, but seeing the transformation in it, and that it was necessary and that it is for your good, regardless of how it feels. So I know a lot of times when it's like a dark night of the soul, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like, the divine is on our side. A lot of times, like, think of Job, he lost everything, right? So I'm seeing this as like there's something about your purpose that is going to require some things to shift and transform and end. But Lolita is saying that there's going to be peace, joy, happiness in the end. So have compassion for yourself. There's a need for compassion, but it's also saying that you're being liberated from something from the past. Maybe like the past has been harmful, I would say, like where it's kind of doing a whole 180 that's turning things around for you so that this new path that you're experiencing is going to be completely different. There's going to be things to look forward to, so keep that in mind. Clarify the Nine of Pentacles. Page of Swords. So there's some sort of lesson about maybe independence, forward movement. This is also being a messenger of truth. So there's a message, a legacy, Nine of Pentacles again, and the Queen of Cups again. So this is like you being on your North Node, maybe following a path to like this abundant legacy of, maybe you're determined to get the job done in some way. Maybe you're determined to find this independence and this stability. I'm seeing this as like true clarity, going back to the beginning, maybe starting over in some way, because pages are like beginners, like, so you're going back to the beginning and like learning a valuable lesson about authenticity, being balanced, some sort of legacy or ancestors, like that ancestral wisdom maybe coming in. You could be, obviously persevering through difficult times, but like gracefully in some way. Like there's some sort of grace that's being bestowed on you. I'm seeing this as like the King Arthur sword in the stone type of energy. That's interesting. Clarify the Magician. You're a divine messenger, right? Queen of Wands. So this is you understanding your power. Again, with the Ten of Pentacles, there's definitely some sort of legacy you're leaving. So we have the Knight of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Seven of Cups, Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment for you. There's this you manifesting your desires, integrating lessons, seeing like clearly like all the choices that you have, like the options, something about passionate forward movement, like towards this legacy maybe, or I feel like this is like fulfilling a prophecy. So the Queen of Wands takes command of her life. She rules the kingdom. Very fiery, very good looking, but there's some sort of legacy that you're leaving. It's like very fiery, very with the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands. I just feel like you're only choosing like your legacy over everything else. Like all the other options are being left behind. You're going towards your wish fulfillment, getting what you want, manifesting what you want. This is the manifestation coming to fruition, I think. Clarify the Six of Swords. And it's coming in hot. Clarify the Six of Swords. Six of Pentacles. So this is about moving forward, but with like maybe your gifts, intuitive gifts. Queen of Pentacles. So the Moon, Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, and the Queen of Cups again. I'm seeing this as like receiving what's needed. So we're expanding on moving forward intuitively so that we can, you know, find the value in the lessons, right? And understand like what's needed in the situation so we can drop the burdens from the past. We're kind of building from the ground up again. Intuitively, though, this is like super important, like heart energy opening up to, and this could be like the sacral chakra. So the sacral and the heart energy are kind of aligning so that you can manifest your true desires, and like instead of like all this, so you've cleared away like all of the negative things that didn't belong in your future energy, so that you can clearly move towards your future with like a clear path, like it's clear, so all that muck isn't in there. but you have that experience to move forward with, to like kind of so you're moving from experience and not, I don't know, and now it's so now you're kind of ready. I don't know if that's making sense, but I think it's making sense. So I don't know if we went through like a lot to learn, you know, obviously we went through a lot to learn, but what is the Seven of Pentacles? Clarify the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like this is a lot of effort that's gone into, oh my God, how many times? Ten of Pentacles. So over a long period of time, you've put seeds, planted seeds over a long period of time, gained a lot of perspective, a lot of understanding, a lot of knowledge about this wisdom, this legacy that you have to put forward. So you're leaving behind things that don't serve with this out in the cold energy. The Five of Pentacles. We have the King of Pentacles. Like truly what values is, taking only what truly is valuable, and like following your intuition about, you know, the moves forward, building this legacy. Like we're no longer in conflict with ourselves about, you know, what we're doing. This is like mastery. Yeah. There's a shift that's going on, a change that's taking place. Clarify this Ace of Wands. It's interesting that this Ten of Pentacles came out like multiple times, but it came out in the actions. It actually fell out, you know, because it was showing up and showing up and showing up, but now it's coming out in the actions to take. So maybe we're harvesting some sort of legacy here. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups, King of Pentacles, clarifying the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Swords is here. So this is in our resources. We're intuitive, we're abundant, and that's how we're, I guess, bringing in this Ten of Pentacles. We have truth and clarity, ideas. We have the Nine of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Queen of Pentacles. So we have the King and the Queen of Pentacles in this position. So what that tells me is being balanced, you know, masculine, feminine. The Moon is here, intuitive, clarity, this Ace of Swords, but also independent. This is something that you're doing on your own. And you're already in this Nine of Pentacles energy. So we've done the work, and now we are about to reach the Ten of Pentacles, like literally. So yeah, I hope this resonates. If it does, hit up that like button and let me know in the comments. I want to know. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps.